Yes, guys, welcome back to Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Guys, we are back again because we slapped Arsenal again last night, guys. So we will get into it. We will with Matt after this short video, guys. Yes, guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. It's your man Simon, North of England's biggest Spurs fan. Guys, we are back again with a post-match reaction and a fans call-in show, guys. Yes, we ain't gonna be on here long tonight, maximum an hour, Matt, something like that, isn't it, Matty? Let's talk about last night's game. Co-host Matt, back in the building, which just come off and Turf Moorhouse TV, Burnley fan. What a great show that was. So if you want to go and watch it, go and watch it, Turf Moorhouse Dan, get him and show him some support and watch the video. It was brilliant to be on that channel. Matt, how's it going?
Oh, fantastic, mate. Slap the Woolwich out the way, send them back to South London. And yeah, we all woke up with a bounce this morning and probably one of the easiest games I've watched all season, I think. I think we all sat back when it was 3-0 and just thought, lovely. But yeah, no, great performance. Hope everyone's well. Up the Spurs.
So guys, if you are coming in, guys, make sure you smash the like, guys. Subscribe if you already haven't, and get your comments in for me and Matt. And it's a fan calling show. We will bring guests on. I will send the link out in a minute, guys. But I just wanna, Matt, should I share something? Matt, should we have a little bit of a sing song? Should we just watch a couple of videos?
It would be rude not to.
Yeah, it will be rude not to, innit? Yeah, let me share something, Matt. Let me share something. Let me share this if I can. Let's have a little listen to this, guys.
You had to play it safe. You left within an hour. You never stood a chance. So off you go to Woolwich, 'cause North London is ours.
And if that's not good enough, guys, I think I've got a saying else here as well. I think let me have a look. Have I got something else here? Is it up here? Is it up here, guys? Here it is. There's the next one, guys. Here it is. Yes, that's it, guys. That's it. Arsenal get battered everywhere they go. And Matt, how good a performance was that last night, Matt? Beforehand, Matt, who is in this comment section, Matt? Who is in here?
We've got Vinage saying link. We'll be in there, Vinage. We're just going to have a quick debrief, me and Simon, and then we'll get you guys on. John Spurs Thompson, he says, yo, boys.
Yes.
Hello, John. Hope you're doing well, mate.
Matt, give John a shout out for his referee. He's going to point out some referee points as well. If he can't get on, we can ask him some about refereeing points. So there is some, John. We will come to you, matey.
Yeah, no, that'd be good to speak to you, John, actually, regarding, with the penalty last night and other sort of decisions. I mean, for me, they were all good decisions, and that's sure we'll get into it. Liam 1, he says, hello, brilliant result last night. I was at the game, brilliant, atmosphere was great, one to remember. Arsenal simply couldn't cope with the whole occasion.
Liam, absolutely fantastic. I'm glad you enjoyed the game, mate. And the atmosphere was fantastic. And I watched a video on Vogden. If anyone doesn't know Vogden by now, he is the Bolton supporter, but goes to every single derby. That's his meme. And he said that was one of the best atmospheres he's ever seen. He said it was incredible. So fair play to all the 62,000 people who was there last night. Absolutely.
Yeah. And we need you on Sunday as well if you're going. Jake's in the building. Here he is, Liverpool fan. Hello, Jake. How you doing, well, mate? He says, yes. Great to see the Arsenal fall apart and Arteta cry his eyes out, saying how he would get suspended. Lol, he's rattled.
Absolute, Jake. Thanks for coming in, pal. And you are 100% correct. He was rattled after the game, mate. He'll get suspended, mate. He just didn't have nothing to say. He couldn't back up nothing what Arsenal done last night. So
he knew
to blame the referee.
He knew his game plan was found out. Didn't work.
Absolutely.
Arsenal for life. He says hello.
How's it going, pal?
Welcome into the chat. He's also put the crying emoji, and sometimes the way it goes, mate. Steve Austin, he says, big up.
Yes, Steve. Yes, Steve.
Jake's come back. He says, hopefully a good weekend when Liverpool win the FA Cup. Well, unless you're Simon, who hates Liverpool and wants Chelsea to win. No, we don't want Chelsea to win. I'd rather...
No chance. I'll be back in Liverpool all the way, Jake. I don't mind Liverpool, mate. I'll just Klopp, mate. He just reminds me of Mikel Arteta a bit, mate. A bit salty. Where at the end of the day, seriously, I don't even see Conte act like that after when Spurs lose. You know what I mean? He just comes out. He just says as it is. You know what I mean? Just come out and say as it is. That's what I wanted after Arteta. I think that was embarrassing for Mikel Arteta last night.
Derek's in the building. He says, good evening, guys. He says, cheating Arsenal got what they deserved last night. A good spanking.
Absolutely.
John, he's come out and said, are we going to be Spursy and lose on Sunday?
I hope not, John. We've been speaking this with Dan on Turf Moor House, the Burnley fan, and we both said it's gonna be tight. You know what I mean?
Captain Cockrell, he says, all right, Matt and Si, what a game, what a result. Come on, you Spurs.
Yes, facts and stats.
Yes, facts and stats.
Yes.
Vinage has said Arteta is a sore loser. Couldn't agree more.
Absolutely, 100%.
Liam's come back, said, yep, I'm going on Sunday. We'll be in the South Stand. Apparently, there's going to be special flags too.
So it should be for our last home game. Yeah. And if you're going Sunday, guys, seriously, go and just repeat the atmosphere what was last night. You know what I mean? I know it's a special game for us. It means a lot. Sunday means a lot as well. Hell means a lot. Put the pressure back on Arsenal for Monday. So go and give it your all again, guys, on Sunday. Yeah,
and also, guys, for the people that do the flag thing, there's a Twitter page. Hang on. It's very key. They're trying to get the atmosphere back into the stadium. It's called THFC Flags. Go and follow them, retweet. They're really trying to get the atmosphere back into the ground and get it like we had it last night. And it's a massive, shout out to them. I also gave a little donation because they are near their target where they can have flags for good and bring loads of banners and get some atmosphere and have a proper white wall rather than nothing.
And Matt, I don't know if sorry, I haven't attended a home game yet in a new stadium. Don't know if, do they have a drummer, someone like that? I mean,
No, I have. I kind of speak regularly with Frankie Major from the Last Word on Spurs.
yeah,
And he's confirmed that he's in contact with the old drummer from White Hart Lane because I think he got kicked out by the club because of using the Y word. But I think they're trying to bring him back in, and I think he'll be there on Sunday. So he's going to get the drum going in the wall, and so people get some atmosphere in there.
Absolutely, yeah, it'd be great. That'd be great.
He said he's waiting to hear back from the club, but hopefully, yeah, he'll be back.
Oh, great, brilliant.
Faxon says, he says, I'm actually glad that Sanchez played instead of Romero with that ref last night. Plus, Sanchez had a brilliant game, just like all the other players.
Absolutely, yeah. Sanchez would have been a bit hot-headed yesterday, and I was a bit worried that as well before the game. Before we found out Romero wasn't playing, I thought Romero had been a bit the way he's been diving in and going into some of these tackles. It could have been him sent off last night. You know what I mean? So yeah, so maybe that was Conte's plan. Maybe Romero's not that bad, and maybe Conte's trying to throw a curveball. I mean, so we don't know.
Nippon said hi. He says big up. He's also put in the chat, you're not singing anymore. You're not singing anymore. You're not singing anymore.
Absolutely.
Liam's also said, you guys see the picture of Arteta's face at 3-0 down? Absolutely classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is brilliant. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Nipan says, you're going to drop the link? Yes, we are going to do that, Nipan. It is in the chat, guys. We're just running through. Me and Simon didn't really have a catch-up last night, so we're just quick debrief, our thoughts on the game, and then all you guys can come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Harry. Right, lads. He says, hats off to you lot. We played appalling. You lot insane. Thought Holding was wearing a Spurs shirt first 30 minutes. Game on for rest of the season.
Absolutely, Harry. Absolutely. It's in your hands. It's in your hands. Do not get it wrong. It's in your hands, Harry. Yeah, it's not in our hands. The pressure's not on us. We beat Burnley. The real pressure's definitely on you for Monday. So we're all happy. Happy in the hood, Harry. So, hey. So, yeah, all good.
Jake's put if Arsenal won, they got Champions League, and under pressure, they crumbled. They'll crumble at Newcastle as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll find out.
I hope so. I'd love
that.
If they've got no Gabriel, no Holder, obviously. But do you know what, right? I don't want all this because that's an excuse. It's already waiting for if they lose or draw against us. We didn't have our full team.
No, there's no excuses, mate. We've all had injuries. They spent the most in the summer window last season, 150 million. Arteta's been there 3-4 seasons. He spent 450 million quid. No excuses for me. They should be getting into that top four. They've played one game a week while we've had Europe and Cup competitions and 2 different managers.
Absolutely.
Nippon said Eric Dyer emptying his pockets after the derby. Keys, wallet, phone, Gabriel Martinelli. I actually thought Martinelli was probably one of their best players.
Absolutely fantastic.
Liam says he said that pass from Sanchez into Kane was not bad at all. Very surprised when that happened. That's what happens when maybe Sanchez is playing with someone like Romero. They're pushing each other in training and they're learning how Conte wants to play football. Brian Dearman, he says, massive match on Sunday.
Yes, Brian.
Only 3 points will do. Come on, you Spurs. Ugly Duckling, he says, Martin Keown in the mud.
Yes. Whoever ain't, I know what he's on about. Go and watch TalkSport. Him and Simon Jordan, mate, have an absolute tear off.
Gotta love Simon Jordan.
Simon Jordan scored him.
Yeah.
I do like Simon Jordan.
John, he says, Yaya Toure is now a coach. Maybe he had some input as he knows Arteta well. Maybe.
Jesse Yaya Toure, he is a coach at the club and fantastic as well. Brilliant.
Nipan says Martin Keown. And then the final
Clown.
comment is Jake says Arsenal fans are already blaming the ref when Holding tried a move not even legal in MMA. Could have got a red for that alone.
Absolutely. 100%. 100%. He had 3 fouls on Son before that first yellow card. You know what I mean? So, seriously, so he got away with it lightly in the first few fouls there. You know what I mean? So,
and Ben Davies got a yellow for that tackle, didn't he? That was his first tackle.
Yeah.
So, it's not like we got everything.
That's what I'm saying. One tackle, Davies got a yellow card. It took 4 attempts, I think. So, it was saying that 3 or 4 attempts, isn't it? For Holden to get 1 yellow card in his first. You know what I mean? So,
but Ugly Duckling loves Simon Jordan as well. Yeah. And he said, or even in rugby for the elbow, I'm guessing. Yeah. No, it was, it was a second yellow card. It could have been a straight red, like we say. Yeah. Right. That is all the comments, mate.
Let's bring him on then, Matt. Let's bring on Vinaj. Bring him in.
Yes, guys.
Yes, Vinaj. Yes,
Come on, what a performance.
How's it going?
Man. What a performance.
Yeah. Absolutely, Vinaj. Vinaj, you're just a bit behind, bit behind, but it's all right. It's fine. We'll cope with it. Vinaj,
sorry.
You're just a bit behind the stream, mate. You're just lagging a bit. That's all.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine now. You're fine.
All right.
You're fine now, mate. Yeah, it's a couple of minutes there. Yeah. So Vinaj, thanks for coming in, pal. And what a fantastic performance last night. And what was your reaction to it?
I was going crazy. Like, as soon as we scored every goal, I was just going crazy. I was so surprised that we actually managed to absolutely smash Arsenal. And I think that a big part of that was the atmosphere. I think the atmosphere was just another level yesterday. That's exactly what we want in a North London derby. We want to see all the fans come in and really, really show the love. So the atmosphere was great, and this felt so good. Beating them and just smashing Arsenal was great. And my reaction was crazy. Me and my dad were going crazy at home. Yeah.
Vinaj, before Matt comes in and have a little word with you, what was your reaction? I've got the questions I want to ask here, but I'm not going to put up on screen. But what was your reaction with Romero when you found Romero wasn't playing?
Oh my God. I was fuming. I was literally fuming. If you looked at my Instagram stories, then I was absolutely fuming with it. I was like, where the hell is Romero gone? And then I was like, and the fact that he's not been in the squad, I mean, I really hope that he returns really quickly, because he's been so good for us this season. So, I mean, even though, we won, so it's not really an issue. But at the start, when I found out that he wasn't playing,
Vinaj, you say you're hoping to come back very quickly. Davinson Sanchez last night was an absolute beast. Last night, I thought he absolutely.
I still want Holty to come back.
Yeah, but like what me and Matt, and probably the rest of the Spurs fans like to see
Romero together. Honestly, I'd play Davinson and Romero together.
What I'm trying to say then, as what Matt said, we was on another channel earlier, and he said we have to start using the squad. I mean, we can't keep using the same 11 every week in, week out, game in, game out.
Fairs,
and as what Matt says, well, the players who do come in and replace like the likes of Romero and that, they have to step up. They got to make their mark and make their point that they want to stay in this team. You know what I mean? So it's all healthy. I think that's healthy in that last night. And Matt, do you want to come in, mate, and have a little chat with Vinaj?
Yeah, how you doing, well, Vinaj, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. You?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Yeah, no, I'm happy. Yeah, we won, so that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Obviously Kane got man of the match. Last night on
well
Scott.
deserved.
Was there anyone else you sort of would have chose or thought maybe, could have
Yeah,
been out of the match?
I'd say really, really surprisingly, Emerson. I said a couple of weeks ago that he was our worst player, but he's been so good. I mean, against Liverpool as well, fantastic. And same here in the North London derby. I'm really, really surprised with how he's played in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
I'd say that he deserves a shout. And also Pierre-Emile Højbjerg as well. I think he had a good game as well, as alongside Davinson Sanchez too. Yeah.
Yeah, I really was impressed with Pierre last night. He was everywhere. He was putting tackles in. He was celebrating tackles, celebrating clearances, celebrating the penalty.
We were so good in every area of the pitch.
He's a hell of a. To be fair to him, we gave him a lot of stick at the beginning of the season, didn't we?
Yeah,
he's stepped up the last probably 2 months or 3 months since Bentancur's come in. Maybe it's just because he was playing alongside.
Bentancur's been great though. Bentancur's been great.
He has, yeah. Last night, he I think he completed.
He had the assist.
Yeah, he had an assist.
And then Kane scored the second. Yeah.
I think he completed 100% of his take-ons successful completion. So that's like a Dembele-esque type,
Wow.
Take on. So he's only 24. I thought Ryan Sessegnon was good again.
Sessegnon was great. Yeah.
Could be a very good left wing back. He's pocketed Salah and Saka now.
Twice. At White Lane, 2-2. Pocketing there as well.
He's just got to
I just want to get that in, Jake. I don't want to. But
I'd say he's really talented. He's got a great future.
Yeah, if he can stay fit, he'll be a hell of a left wing back. He could be anyway.
I agree.
Absolutely. How impressed was you with the performance of Vinaj?
Very impressed. I didn't expect this.
For the first 10 minutes, we were sluggish again. We have been doing that for a very long time lately.
Of course.
And I was a bit worried going to that first 15 minutes there. I thought, do you know what? We don't want Arsenal scoring
They
first.
were putting a lot of pressure on us.
Yeah, it did. But we grew into the game, innit? And after that, everything was history after that, innit? After when we got the first goal. Just let us know on the penalty decision. Every Arsenal fan at the minute
honestly,
2 weeks, 2-4. It wasn't a penalty, but they got one very similar against Manchester United where Saka got barged into the back. And that is, to me, I watched both of them again today, and there's nothing in them. They're exactly the same, but Arsenal fans want to keep moaning about decisions. To you, was it a soft penalty, or do you think, do you know what, by the letter of the law, it has to be a penalty? Because if Johnson in the chat, he's a referee, he'll probably let us know. John, give us in the comments as well. Let us know if it was a penalty or not. Vinaj.
Yeah, I'd say that was a penalty because Rob Holding, he totally pushed Son. Like, he definitely made some really, really physical contact there. That was definitely a penalty. And, I'm so sick of all of the Arsenal fans constantly complaining about it. Like, even at school as well. And they were saying that, the referee's ridiculous and all that. It's just typical excuses, It was a clear penalty, in my opinion, because Rob Holding made really, really physical contact with Son. So, in my opinion, penalty all day.
I think it wasn't. It was Cedric, innit? Cedric who.
Cedric,
Was it Cedric or Rob Holding?
Yeah, he pushed him in the back. But Son's jumping as well. So if a shoulder goes into your back when you're mid-air, you're gonna go over by the law of physics anyway. You can't help but fall over there. So no, it was just, I don't know what Arsenal were playing at. It was a stupid decision. The ball was going out. But
yeah, absolutely.
Because they're a young side and they'll make mistakes.
Yeah, and I just want to know your reaction, Vinaj, on the Arsenal camp last night, coming out after the game, especially Arteta. It was pathetic. It was embarrassing.
Pathetic.
Coming out salty. It was like listening to Jurgen Klopp, but not as but a bit worse than Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp did actually quite praise us about the thing, but very, very terrible, isn't it? When you got a professional manager like that, acting like that, it is. It's wrong. It's wrong at the end. It's no harm putting your hands up. Listen, we got school today. Nothing we can do. I mean, I don't want to keep blaming the referees, but they keep blaming referees. I mean, how many times they got to keep doing it, Vinaj?
Bro, Arteta is a sore loser, man. I mean, fair and square, we won that game. We dominated them. And, I think the only reason why the Arteta's owning a lot, I think it's because of the fact that, Arsenal have been doing so well all season and then Tottenham beat them because Tottenham are their rivals. I think that was the reason why he was complaining a lot. But come on, though. I mean, that was an absolute disgraceful reaction of Arteta. Like, he even said it so arrogantly as well that I shall be suspended for 6 months, so I shall not speak anything. Yeah. So it was disgraceful. I mean, honestly, I don't know why. What was the point in crying? I mean, we won fair and square.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, have we got a reaction to the referee? Has anyone come in about this refereeing decision and what they think about it? Here we go. Talking of the man. Go on, Matt.
So John said, from a referee point of view, the penalty is one of them challenges. Some refs would give it, some wouldn't. I personally thought it was a harsh decision.
There you go. From John, the referee. Spurs fan, he thinks in his eyes, Matt, he thinks it's a harsh decision.
I think by the letter of the, in terms of in today's game, that is a penalty. We saw it against Arsenal, against Man United. It was given. We've seen it in other games. You can't make challenges like that in the box. I mean, you can't just shove someone in the back with your elbow or your shoulder. It's going to go down.
Absolutely. Is anyone else, Matt?
We've got our old friend Paul. He says, hello, boys.
Go on, Paul.
I haven't actually been sober since kickoff last night.
Same.
He's top. How's the weather out there, Paul, anyway, mate?
Well, that would be nice, yeah. He's also said, Arteta was pathetic. I've seen less salt at the chippy.
That's it. Boom, boom. Go on, John.
And
Paul,
James Bart has given Vinage, he says Vinage is bringing the fire tonight. He's giving Vinage a big up.
Yes, James. Yes. Yes, as said, Vinage was talking about the Arsenal camp there. I mean, and it's not only the manager, mate. It's the ex-players. I've heard a few ex-players, mate, are very salty as well. The fan base, mate, are
and the fans,
so
the fans as well.
Pathetic. I mean, with excuses after excuses. I mean,
yeah. I thought the only decent one last night was probably Theo Walcott on Sky. I actually thought he kind of.
He
wasn't like too biased, was he? He was fair.
And do you know what?
He said Spurs deserve to win, but he's
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say all Arsenal fans because I do like a few of them.
You battered us last night, deserve to win, but majority
and
of
Turkish.
them down.
I do like Turkish from AFTV, and he said it last night. He's not 100%. He said he's gone below 100% now. He's confident of this. He can't see Arsenal getting a result against Newcastle. He said it'll be a tough game, and I like fans like that who just say it as truth. You know what I mean? Just to keep flipping salting it all the time. You know what I mean? But Vinage. Was the noise? Did the fans were they the 12th man? Did they drive us over the line last night? Because I watched it at home, and the atmosphere was just incredible. I've seen videos like fans in that south stand, and it was bouncing. Same. It was bouncing, deafening.
That's exactly what we need for a game like this. When we're playing against Arsenal, we need the fans to push the players to win. Because I think. In my personal opinion, without the fans, we would have not done so well. They are the ones that pushed us, and I could see at the start of the game as well, in the fan area, they were written "To dare is to do." That's exactly. This is the atmosphere we need for a North London derby every year, and we really, really need this for the next 2 games as well, because. We need that Champions League spot so badly. We really do.
The thing is, Vinaj, we need that every home game. Doesn't matter who that team walks out that
Yeah,
pitch.
yeah, yeah. You are right.
We can't keep picking and choosing. When do we set? When do we make a loud stadium? And just look at Liverpool. They're week in, week out. They roar. That it's very rare you see a quiet Anfield, whoever they play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's where
We do
Spurs
need
need.
that.
And I think it's improving. I think that's what Matt said there. He's speaking to someone, and it sounds like they're trying to improve this atmosphere at the club, and that's what we need for going into next season. Kick that south stand. That south stand. If we can get that rocking, like other teams in over Europe, like in Dortmund, that wall that rocks when that goes. So that's what we need to do, Matt, isn't it?
That's what we need. It's really what we need.
100%.
100%. I agree.
So Matt, have you got anything else to say to Vinaj, matey?
No, not really. I think we've kind of pretty much covered sort of everything. We covered the red card, covered the penalty.
Okay, Vinaj. Okay. While Matt just looks at the comments there, Matt, the pressure. Who's it on? Is it on us or is it on Arsenal now?
I don't know. I really don't know. If you want me to be honest, as much as how happy I was because of yesterday, I think it might be on us a bit more. And the reason why is because that we are 1 point below them. And yeah, I mean, Arsenal, they could easily win their next 2 games. So I'd say the pressure is on us. We need to not bottle the next 2 games and we need to try and win.
Absolutely,
so I'd say it's on us, honestly, because we are the team that's currently trailing. So, yeah.
I see a different side to that. I see they're 1 point ahead. I mean, they're in the driving seat. That's the pressure.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day,
like, if they
bottle it from here,
Newcastle.
I mean, they call us bottlers. I mean, they bottled it. You know what I mean? So
They
at the end
did.
of the day, so, to me, the pressure's not on us. The pressure's not.
I don't know why. Because
we're not in the 4th spot, are we, Vinaj? So at the end of the day, we're still 5th. We're still 1 point behind. Yeah. It doesn't matter what happens against Burnley if they beat Newcastle and beat Everton.
I just don't know whether I'm trying to be really, really hopeful that Arsenal will drop points against the Magpies, but I don't know, though. I don't know whether they will or not. I mean,
a draw would be fantastic. We beat Burnley, a draw is fantastic. Trust me. At the end of the day.
All we got to do is beat Burnley and concentrate on ourselves, and
absolutely,
then get to Monday.
Absolutely, that's true. What Matt says, just concentrate on our game. Then once we finished it and beating Burnley, hopefully, fingers crossed, because it's. I mean, we never know with this team. Then we can say, do you know what?
Yeah,
all over to you, Arsenal.
Don't forget, it's Newcastle's last home game of the season. They've just been spanked 5-0 by City. Some of them have already come out and said we need to go and perform for our last home game. They're going in the right direction as a club. They're going to build again in the summer. They got a good manager under Eddie Howe. They got Kieran Trippier back. They got Callum Wilson fit again. I think they can go for him, especially with Arsenal. With maybe potentially no defenders available. Then why not? Football can be a psychological game. That would hurt players tonight. And, if my manager came out, if I was an Arsenal fan and said, I'm proud of my players tonight after being spanked 3-0.
After losing 3-0 to your biggest rivals, it's really
I think
pathetic.
there's problems there if you're saying you're proud of your players. But I think he's trying to protect his players. But
as you said there, Matt, Newcastle, if Arsenal have got Gabriel out and obviously Holden's out anyway, Ben White, he wasn't to not come on last night.
No,
that just tells me
because that can be the advantage for the other teams. Because if Arsenal's really, really key players are injured, then maybe Newcastle can cause an upset.
The thing is, what I'm trying to say, they struggle to handle big strikers, big target men, and they got Chris Wood. Newcastle. They use him against City. He is a powerhouse. He's a nuisance. I used to hate playing against when Burnley scheme plus. He is a powerhouse, and he got Callum Wilson coming back. Got Saint Maximum, Amaron, got Trippier come back.
Play well against us, though. I'm just saying they do well against us.
You can guarantee that it will be rocking at Newcastle on Monday night.
Absolutely.
And with them,
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, this kind of brings me back to when Spurs were chasing Chelsea, and Chelsea had won the day before, and then we had to go. No, sorry, not Chelsea. Leicester had won the day before, and we had to go to Stamford Bridge, Battle of the Bridge. We had to win to obviously keep the points going, and the pressure got to us on the night. We were a young team. I think Arsenal were a young team, and I think you saw, little things last night that maybe could give us a bit of positivity. But we've got to put that pressure on, and go and beat Burnley. And if you can beat them convincingly and go and win, like we did last night, that really does put the pressure on them for that Monday night game. But we've got to get there first. So yeah,
absolutely. Vinaj, before we let you go, top 4, yes or no?
We'll see. I can't say no. We'll see. I don't know.
Come on.
I really don't know.
Come on.
Yes. Top 4.
Yeah.
Come on, these Spurs.
We got it out. Come on. That's it. That's what we need. That's it. Vinaj, thank you for coming on, my friends.
Cheers.
Fantastic support of the channel, and we will see you very soon, matey. Thank you very much.
Next week. Are you guys gonna do it? Are you guys gonna do one of the next game? Are you guys gonna do a fan call of the next game?
Yeah. Is it it's the Burnley one. Is it
Burnley
Sunday? Is it?
Sunday.
We could do one.
We'd probably do Sunday night or something like that. Maybe.
Yeah. If Matt's available, yeah, not a problem. Not a problem, Vinaj.
See you guys.
See you later,
Vinaj. Thank you very much, pal.
Quality as always, mate.
No worries.
Quality, absolutely. Cheers, pal.
Cheers.
Matty, any comments there before we bring
I'm going to go through.
He's very happy there. He's swagging away.
John says, "Got to go soon, chaps. If you have anything else."
John, sorry, yeah, so I don't know how long this comment's been waiting there for. John, I just wanted to know, Rob Holding should have been booked very early on before his first booking. Was that a straight red? Should it have been straight red instead of a second yellow card? And how do you think the referee was Arsenal wrong about the referee? Well, did he have a good game? In my personal, I think he got all the what Matt said earlier. He got all the big things right last night. All the big decisions. I think he got them spot on. Okay, everyone can say about the penalty. Everyone's different opinions on that one, but everything else, I think he trying to get that game flowing as anything.
Yeah, I think he tried to let the game run as well, try and let it be a derby, if that kind of makes sense. But he warned Holding. He said, "Look, you're on a yellow,
Absolutely."
And the fans shamelessly celebrated those 3 goals as if they were Chelsea goals. Always got back to us saying, "Freezing today, mate. I only put on factor 35, son."
Oh, he loves it.
And the pond says Lee Gunner is reasonable.
He's reasonable. I like Lee Gunner.
Yeah, I don't mind Lee Gunner. Paul's also said Simon likes turkey from AFTV.
Turkish.
He's want to wind up for you tonight, old Paul. Lee Gunner rips into Arsenal. You heard his stream with Henry.
Yeah. I've seen bits of it. I ain't seen it. I'm going to actually watch that tonight, actually.
He done a stream with Thierry Henry.
Oh, this guy is absolutely brilliant.
Ugly Duckling says Trips needs to do us a favour Monday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Ugly Duckling, 100%.
Louis put big up. They will have a tough game going away to Newcastle. Beating Burnley will massively increase the pressure on them. I
agree, 100%.
And Ugly Duckling said last home game for Newcastle. And then he's also said Henry Wright TV. And that's all of them.
Go on, Matt. Let's bring him. He's laughing his head off there.
You're not singing anymore. You're not singing anymore. You're not singing. You're not singing anymore. You're not singing anymore.
Arsenal get battered
everywhere they go.
Arsenal get battered everywhere they go. Go on, then, punk. That's it, yes.
That was it, a lot of look, I saw reasonable fans saying, "Oh, we might get a draw. It might be a 2-1 Arsenal." Or I was hearing crazy scorelines from AFTV: 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, even 6-1. I was like, nah. I personally predicted a 5-2 to Tottenham. I got the goal difference right.
You
I didn't
did.
predict a clean sheet for either team, though.
No.
Nippon, absolutely fantastic coming on, matey.
Yeah.
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm actually in your old local area, Southall.
Southall, right? Yes,
Oh, lovely.
Southall.
Yeah,
Lots
I'm
of-
actually. Yeah, right now I'm near Trinity Road, on
Yeah,
Uxbridge
Trinity
Road.
Road. Yeah, Trinity Road. Yeah, I know Trinity Road. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Brings back memories. Nippon, around that area.
I'm not. I'm really not. But yeah. But yesterday I was. I'm literally. Look, I support. Look, I have two teams, Chelsea, and every team playing Arsenal. So every time Arsenal play, I support the 19 teams playing them.
Absolutely, he's top Nippon. Tell you. And Nippon,
Yeah.
I just want to ask you about Mikel Arteta. Very salty last night after the game.
Exactly.
Always blaming referees and blaming everything else. Apart from his team was
Himself.
absolutely got scored last night.
Look, him and Jurgen Klopp have a thing of have egos the size of Texas. Honestly, like, look, if you watch any press conference, post-match press conference, Thomas Tuchel does, or even your manager, they'll both say it as it is. They'll say it was my fault. You'll never see either of those managers blaming the ref.
Absolutely. I just think last night, once we got our first goal, once we got ahead, I think it was nothing bar Tottenham win. It was just how many goals we was going to score.
I did predict a battering. I was seeing a lot of close scorelines, even close Tottenham wins. I was one of the only few, well, not team. I was one of the only fans who supported neither team to actually predict a battering.
Yeah, I mean, I said 2-1, and I was waiting. Do you know what? I had a bet last night. I was waiting on for 50 quid last night. I had 3-1 Harry Kane anytime. And I was kicking myself. I was kicking for an Arsenal goal. That's the only time I'll cheer for an Arsenal goal. I was going myself, just one. And they couldn't do that. Couldn't win me my bet. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! Look, you can't. Look, when it comes to pressure, I've got a new word. It's called goonsy. You know, there's a thing called Spursy. I've got a new word, goonsy. You know,
Hey, that's
Gooner?
it. We're going to use that one, Matt. Goonsy.
I like that. Goonsy.
You
Great
goonsy.
Goonsy of them last night. Hopefully there'll be Goonsy at Newcastle as well.
That's
But
it.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
come on, you magpies.
Yes, it. Come on, the Magpies. Nippon, before we let you go, matey, sing us that song again.
Arsenal get battered everywhere they go.
Everywhere they
Arsenal
go.
get battered.
Arsenal get battered.
Everywhere they go.
Everywhere they
go.
Brilliant, Nippon. Thanks for coming on, my friend.
Yeah, see you in the next
you.
one.
We'll see you.
Cheers,
And
Nippon. Have a good evening, mate.
good luck for
You
Chelsea
too.
at the weekend.
Yeah,
Hope
good luck
you-
to Chelsea tomorrow.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. See you soon.
See you there,
See you
mate.
soon. Is there a friend there? Does he want to
Yeah,
come on?
yeah, there is. It's a friend of mine.
Yeah, does he want to
Yeah,
come
he
on and
wants to say
hello?
hi.
Hello.
Yes. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, Spurs.
He's a Man United fan.
Yes. Tell him
Oh,
about
there you
Premier
go. He
Hotspur
hates
TV.
Arsenal too. There you go.
Yeah, he hates Arsenal too.
That's it. Well done, Nippon. No, that's it. Right, Nippon.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on, my friend.
As
and
always. See you in the next one.
see you in the
See you
next one,
soon,
Nippon.
mate.
See you
See
soon,
you.
pal.
Bye.
Absolutely from Nippon. He's brilliant, isn't it, Matt? He's absolutely class.
He's
I tell you.
definitely a Spurs fan. He's got to be.
Matt, sorry. Who's in the comments, Matt?
Yes, we've got Carl Simpson. He says, "Evening, gents. Great result last night. I've just about calmed down now." Well,
Yeah.
Carl, if you want to, come on tonight, mate, have your little say before we go. Pop on, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. The links in the chat.
But Ugly Duckling says, "Every gunner is a runner."
Yes, yes.
And we've got John. He said, "Referee had a great game. All key match decisions were correct. Davies' yellow card was spot on. Holding could have maybe had a yellow early on, but the referee wanted to let the game flow. Holding's second yellow was a borderline red if his arm was not by his side, red card. But I thought the referee had a great game. My man of the match was Ryan Sessegnon. He has had a cracking couple of games."
John, very good insight
Brilliant.
on some of your referee decisions, mate. Absolutely brilliant points there. And I totally agree with you. I think over the whole game, he didn't really have a good game. And
He should have got an assist as well, where Son whacked it over the bar. Crossed in, didn't
yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But to me, John, thanks for your comments, mate. Thanks for your insight and telling everyone that the referee did have a good game. And I thought that second yellow card should have been straight. That had been straight red. That was literally
Would have been interesting to see, yeah, because he's moved his elbow towards him. That's dangerous conduct.
He's gone like that, Matt. Yeah,
Yeah, there's
like
intent there, isn't there?
Absolutely, 100%.
Carl's come back and said, "Everybody stop the collection to get Nippon the Spurs kit." Stop the collection. Yeah.
He loves it.
We'll get Kane on the back for him as well. He loves him.
He's even had his little United friend in the back as well. Go on.
Ugly Duckling says he's trying to be like Jose and failing if I speak.
Who's that? Is that
Arteta? Because he says if I speak. That's what Jose said, didn't he? Like
Jose done that a lot, isn't it? Yeah, that's the thing with Jose. He did it a lot as well. Yeah, I totally agree.
Jose could back it up. Paul Gregory says Nipon's a Spurs fan everywhere he goes. Nipon's a Spurs fan
everywhere he goes. Nipon's a Spurs fan everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes. Oh, Matt, we had to sing that one, didn't it? Well done, Paul. Well done, Paul.
When he's
Copyright,
next on,
Paul.
When he's next on, Paul, we'll do that one for you. Nipon said, "Thanks."
Is he still here? Nipon's a Spurs fan everywhere he goes. Nipon's a Spurs fan everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes. Go on, Nippon.
Yeah, that's all the comments for now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's brilliant. Nippon he's a star. He's an absolute star, Matt.
He's great, mate.
Well, Matt. So, Matt, let's just go into. Let me get your thoughts, Matt. Let me get your thoughts on this one, matey. Your thoughts on the reaction from the Arsenal camp, mate. To me, I just thought when he come out, I just thought, do you know what? Are you kidding me? Are you joking on what you're saying here? Because I thought it was pathetic. I thought it was disrespecting our performance, disrespecting the referee's performance as well of the whole game. Why? At the end of the day, Matt, his team lost it fair and square. Yeah. Okay. Why not blame Rob Holding? He's an experienced player. He's been at the club now. I don't know how many years. So I don't class him as a young star. He's an experienced head.
Yeah.
And to me, he's the one who should have been called out and told like he let down the team. You know what I mean? We didn't hear that from even fans. Okay, a couple of fans said it, but the manager was trying to back all his players, but just wanted to blame the referee. So what was your thoughts, Matt?
Yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you, Matt. I thought it was pathetic. I thought he was deflecting. I think he was just annoyed. Probably at himself. I think he needs to be annoyed with himself because he got his game plan completely wrong. Got thrown out the window, and he should not be angry at the ref he probably should be angry at his own players for not putting out, doing stupid things like giving penalties away and throwing elbows for a red card. We've got VAR, so even if the referee didn't see it, I'm sure they would have looked at it. No, just stupid. I hate the bloke. I really do. Old Lego man, I call him. So
Yeah,
he does
that's
look
it,
like
the
a
Lego.
Lego man. No, I just couldn't stand it. Him getting top four. There's nothing nice about the bloke. He's got no decorum, no sportsmanship, and he's just a nasty piece of work. And I don't like him at all.
Absolutely, Matty. Absolutely. I just thought it was so salty, Matt. I really do. I just think it's pathetic. I think he just he needs to learn. He needs to learn very quickly because he's still a young manager. He's still learning the trade. He's not up there nowhere near the best in the world. Do you know what I mean?
We rattled him. We rattled him and rattled his team.
Rattled him.
And hopefully, maybe it's rattled him for the next week or so. I don't know. But
that's a correct word, Matt. Rattled. Yeah. We did 100%. We rattled him, and he didn't have an answer for it, Matt. And as you said, his plan didn't work out, and he just couldn't hold his hand up and say, "Just the best team won on the night." You know what I mean? Just let's move on to Newcastle. But mate, he can just say what he wants. You know what I mean?
I don't even want to think about the bloke. Get him up. No airtime for him. He's a
So Matt, what was your impression? What impressed you, Matt, about that performance last night? What really said, what a performance that was? What was you impressed about? Was you impressed how we controlled the game after when the sending off? We didn't just sit back. We went at them trying to get that second goal, and we actually did, and then we got the third straight after half time, killed the game off. Joe, was you impressed with how we managed the game? How Conte did? He managed that game last night, and it turned out to be a masterclass, if you want to call it.
No, it was brilliant, mate. I thought Conte got it spot on. I don't expect anything else, to be honest. Sometimes he gets certain stuff wrong as much as any other manager does. They're only all human, aren't they? But no, I like the way we controlled the game. I was very impressed with that. I think I was just impressed with the mentality of the players. It was a feisty game. Son could have kicked out at holding for trying to wind him up. He did kind of throw a little, kind of tried to shove him off, didn't he? You got to be careful with that. But yeah, I think Kane tried to help Son out. He dragged him away, stopped him getting into trouble, just pulling him away from the situation. I think as we've got older and as we've been in these situations, I think our mentality, or we've been there and done it in terms of experience. So I am really, happy with that. Yeah, I think just the overall commitment to all the players, sticking to the game plan, believing in what Conte, helps train them. Yeah, and we just got to keep going for these final 2 games of the season. But no, I was just overall impressed with the mentality, the way we controlled the game, and because it was a massive occasion last night. Sometimes that pressure can get you. I mean, I look at West Ham when they were at home to Frankfurt in their biggest game in Europe, and they went 1-0 down in 2 minutes. So obviously we didn't start off brightly, but we fought back, put our foot in, played a sensible game, and killed them off when we needed to. It was it was a top performance, and I think the professionalism of our team was brilliant last night.
Yeah, he's installed that winning mentality, Matt. In it, he's installed that mentality that were hard to beat, and I think that's what he's trying to. But the thing is, Matt, what's so good about it? He hasn't got all the players he wants to play his system. No. I think he's just managing I think he's just putting players in that. In a position to try and play the system until the end of the season, until he gets these players he wants in the summer. If he can do this now, Matt, just imagine what he can do with the players he wants. So
I do think Emerson Royale is getting better, though. I have to say, over the last few games, even his runs into the box. He nearly scored last night, didn't he? With the header.
Yeah. Oh yes.
That means he's trying to learn the position. He's obviously listening to Conte, and I think his crossing's been a bit better recently. Still not brilliant. But he had chances last night to score, and that's what he wants his wing backs to do. So,
and Matt, as you said, that is without Matt. That was without Matt Doherty. That was without Reguilon. our 2 first teamers, there. Skip, I mean, massive. He's a massive player. He's been for us this season. That was a massive miss for us.
Would have loved to have seen Skippy last night, even if he was on the bench, just to come on to his first proper, atmosphere. Would have been brilliant.
Yeah, so I was the same as you, mate. I was just very impressed with how we just managed the game. We kept our cool heads. I was impressed with Harry Kane, how
he was brilliant last night.
What a top leader, isn't it, Matt, on the pitch?
Yeah. Well, we called him out a week ago, saying step up in this big game. And to be fair, mate, he did step up.
Yeah.
It was a good performance from him, and he needed it.
Do you know what, Matt? It wasn't only because he scored the goals, Matt. I think
his overall play, wasn't it?
His overall play and his professionalism, Matt. Didn't want to get involved in all these heated things with the players, with the Arsenal players. I think he's learnt that now. He's
dragging the rest of the players in his face, didn't he? I think it was Cedric or someone, and he just shoved him away and just went off.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. So I was very impressed with Harry Kane there. Not because it could have been naughty, Matt. It could have been he could have let a couple of our players react to certain things last night, but he said, "Come on, let's be the better person. Let's be the bigger man." And I was very impressed with that last night.
Hopefully that will spur him on, because those 2 goals should. And then he had that shot from about 35 yards, which was going in. The confidence looked back, didn't it?
And as I said, Matt, you don't become a bad player overnight. You don't lose your quality, your ability overnight either. You know what I mean?
The only thing I might sort of say is, I don't know if we still had a spare sub right at the end, but it might have been quite nice just to sub Kane off in the 90th minute and bring on someone like Dane Scarlett.
Do you know what? I was watching
just to give him like a little, he comes on in his first Northland. Just give him 3-4 minutes. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The game was over, wasn't it? So I think he could do a job for 3 or 4 minutes. Let the kid have it, or someone like Devine or someone like that. I think there could have been an option there, but maybe he just wanted to, keep Kane on, and because he holds the ball up well and keeps the ball well. But that would be my only, I suppose, thing. When a game's been that easy and you're 3-0 up, it's the perfect time to bring on one of our youngsters.
Absolutely. Have we got any comments in there, Matty?
Yeah, we got a few, mate. Carl said, honestly, going into the game last night, I felt so relaxed. It was really strange. Even when they said Romero was out. Excuse me.
Yeah, do you know what, Carl? I was exactly the same. I was very relaxed. I wasn't stressed. I was worried. I was relaxed. I was calm, and I was confident we was going to get a result like that.
I mean, to be fair, Sanchez has been coming on. He came on at Anfield with 20 minutes to go, so he keeps bringing him on, Conte, in recent games, doesn't he? To try and just keep him fresh. And I mean, you can see Romero's had a bit of a. I think that Sanchez pass into Kane for the 3rd goal. Yeah, the old Sanchez doesn't do that. No, so I think them all playing together, and everyone's sort of getting stuck in. It's really good to see.
But the thing is, Matt, as well, I was watching the game, and when we scored it, and as what Cole said, it was strange. It just felt really strange. I didn't really. I celebrated, but it wasn't like, yes, get in. You know what I mean? It's like, do you know what? Yeah, because Arsenal didn't bring nothing, mate, did they? I think that's down to us, the way we penned them out in the game. You know what I mean?
Defended brilliantly, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought Ben Davies was great again.
Yeah, he was.
That block he did for Saka's shot, that was going in. I was like, I was like, go on, gentle Ben, have it.
That's it.
He's been a hell of a player for the last couple of since he's come in. He's also said Arteta completely lost the plot. I thought we were witnessing a breakdown live on air. They are now so rattled. I think Newcastle will get something against them. We need to hold our nerve. Yeah,
I think we will do it at against Burnley at the weekend. I'm confident. And what me and Matt heard, we didn't really know that they got their 2 centre backs missing at the weekend. That's massive to them.
Yeah,
huge.
It's like I've said, Simon. If you can't beat Burnley, you don't deserve top 4 at home.
100%. Yeah.
Ugly Duckling says, do you think if Romero played last night, he would have got a red?
It could have been one of them games, like
maybe.
Ugly Duckling. Do you know what I mean? So,
but I mean, to be fair, he was on the cusp of being banned for another yellow card, wasn't he? And he held his nerve for 4 games in a row. So I feel like Conte has got into him a bit just to
I
know
think now,
when
Matt,
to
I
do
think
it.
get 15 cards down it.
Yeah.
It's got up to 15 yellows before a one-match ban. So I don't know how many Romero's on Matt. I ain't got a clue.
No, well, I think because it's all been reset because he made it past a certain deadline.
Oh, right, cool. So, yeah.
But he's out for the season, like I said. So,
Yeah.
I don't.
It's a shame. But
it's a shame. It's just Sanchez has got to come in and do his job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Alexander Hilton says, with Rob holding new hair, he's got a new brand deal from Wash and Go.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, an early bath as well, Alexander. You know what I mean? Fully deserved.
Ugly Ducklings also said, hope Conte stays. He will be a big pull for players to come to us in the summer.
100%. He's
From
already
what
said
I read today, and his agents come out
more
and
than
said
100%.
he's more than likely to stay at Spurs this summer. So, Fabrizio Romano did his interview with him, and he said he's more than 100% committed to Tottenham.
Yeah,
I think he's building something here, and he sees I think he sees a bond with this club that he hasn't had.
And Ugly Duckling, seriously, he will stay, and I'll keep saying it as well. Right, Arsenal can have 4th spot. I'll love to finish and get back into the Champions League, but they need it more than us because they got Arteta. They need to pull. They need to attract the players by finishing. I don't think we need to track because the players Arteta wants. Not Arteta. Sorry. Whoa, where am I going? Conte wants. I think we can do it without Champions League football. You know what I mean? So
you can sell it. I'm sure loads of other footballers around the world watched that game last night and thought, bloody hell, wouldn't mind being a part of that project. With that atmosphere and Conte as manager and. If we get the top 4 though, the players we could get, we could really go up to another gear.
100%, mate.
It would help us. Carl says Emerson has looked a different player the last couple of days or games, and he did look a lot more secure.
Totally agree.
Ugly Ducklings also said, still think we need better wing backs.
Do you know what? Ugly Ducklings, I can see where you're coming from, and there is some real good ones out there.
Sessegnon, if he can stay fit, I'd have him. I really would.
Yeah.
He looks strong on the ball. And his crossing's got a lot better. He should have got another assist last night. But yeah, I think
with his pace, it helps.
Yeah, and as he gets more confident, as he is, he'll start bombing forward.
Yeah.
Michael Lee Mabs has said, evening lads, great win against Arsenal. Cheers, Michael.
Evening, cuz, and it was a great win, mate.
Simon said, Emerson is improving on his defending, but he needs to assess his options in the final third. He's so wasteful and useless in front of goal. 9 times out of 10, the ball is going out for a goal kick.
100%. I can see where you're coming from. Seriously, his defence, which is the biggest one for me, he has improved massively in defence. But still going forward.
I thought he was better last night, though. That ball he played to Emil Højbjerg when he was running, when Højbjerg made that run and he tried to square it into that was from an Emerson.
Oh, yes. But is Simon trying to say that? Is he trying to say that he wants it consistency out of him? He wants it more.
I think definitely. I think it's a bit harsh because I think the last couple of games he has improved with his foot on the ball, and I think you're seeing him go into the box now. He was a bit unlucky with the one that he hit on the volley because I think it was coming in the air, wasn't it? And it just bounced as he hit it, and then he's just gone over the top of it. I think what he wanted is it to come down, and he wanted it on the full volley, and I think he would have got hold of it. But no, I get it. I still think we need improvements there, but you've got to give the kid credit. He's only 20, 21, 22, and he keeps putting out his compilations of every game at the moment, doesn't he? I don't know if you've seen him on Twitter.
Who's that, Matt?
Emerson Royale. He Liverpool game. He put out his own compilation. He's shared it. I'll send it to you later.
All right, cool.
And to be fair to him, last night he picked up the flare in the celebration. You must have seen the picture.
Yes. I've seen the picture. It's in the video.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Carl says, okay, out of the 4 wing backs, 2 will stay. Which ones would you want it to be?
Ooh.
I want
Do you know what?
Sessegnon.
Do you know what? If Reguilon went, I wouldn't
I'm
be
not too bothered.
too.
Not too bothered.
I wouldn't be too hard. I wouldn't be too downhearted
We
about
can get
that.
25 to 30 mil for him, and then we can put it into someone like Kostic, maybe. Or
And you know what? Right, I thought Reguilon was the next best thing before sliced bread. I thought this guy's going to be the one we've been looking for. Do you know what I mean? We've had Danny Rose there bombing up and down, but he started well, Matt, and everyone talking about him, Matt, and wow, this guy dropped off massively, innit? I don't know.
I think for me, I'd keep Sessegnon instead of Reguilon because I think Sessegnon is actually better at defending as well at this moment in
And
time.
probably Doherty over Emerson.
Tough one, isn't it? Let's see who ends the season stronger. I mean, Doherty's been unlucky because obviously he got injured, didn't he? Maybe Emerson Royale to go out and then maybe Doherty to stay. Tough one, that. If Emerson has a good run for the next 2 games, what do you do?
Yeah, I totally agree with that one.
Michael Lee Mab says, you'll get top 4, but come June 1st, I bet UEFA allow top 6 the chance to go through. Imagine that fighting for top 4, lol.
Next season's top 5, Matt, Mike. That's what it's looking like for next season.
Well, it depends how your nation do in the overall European competitions, isn't it?
Oh yes, yes, that is true.
I think if Man City and Liverpool go far enough, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Carl says, obviously Sanchez and Rodon have been listening to Conte. That is why they're getting minutes again, especially Rodon. Yeah, it was good to see him actually last night. It was a bit weird. I was like, who's this coming on?
But he's running. The way he's running, he was running quite weird. I've never seen him.
Yeah. He did look a bit different as well, but I haven't seen him for a while. Maybe that's why.
I think he's slimmed up a bit. He
looked slimmer, didn't he? He didn't look as bulky, to be fair to me.
Yeah.
Simon's put, with Arteta at the helm, we'd only meet them in the knockout stage of the Europa League anyway. No chance Arsenal make it out of the group stage of the Champions League.
Absolutely, Simon. Absolutely. Then that's what I said. I would not be downhearted and too bothered about if we don't get top 4, because would we? Are we going to go on and win it next season? Maybe not. So what's the worth being there if you're not going to really go and give a good go at it? And Arsenal, you got to be honest, they'll go in that, and that's what Simon said there. They maybe come out of the group. They want to get locked out of the group stage. So, to me, let them have their little 5-minute wonder speech, and that they're better than us again in top 4. It won't bother me with the slightest, because exactly that will happen. We will meet them in the Europa League.
I just think it'd be more funny if we just nicked it, because it would be quite funny.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Matt. I mean, it will be good. I won't say, Matt, I don't want Champions League. I mean,
no, of course.
Brilliant.
It's not the be-all and end-all, is it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Carl says, Cess stays fit. He is first choice 100%.
Yeah, he's in. Do you know what, right? It's one of the players that old man's up. He really has. He's shocked me. He really has. He's coming in. I think he's listening. That's what Max has said there. Certain players are listening to Conte in a minute, and they're taking on board. And when they get a chance, I think they really are giving Conte a headache at the minute. So that's all they can do.
Carl said the last couple of games, Emerson does seem to have picked up a relationship with Decky as well, like he knew when to overlap Decky, etc. Oh
yeah. He done that a couple of times last night, but he didn't do as much, did he, Matt? I think he done a lot more defending there last night. He done some doggy work.
I think when they went down to 10 men, Emerson really did kind of push up and help Decky. But Decky also helped out trying to trap Martinelli, because he was going. I think Martinelli was probably one of Arsenal's better players last night. He was causing Sanchez and Emerson a bit of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely, Matt. But was you impressed how they stand up on their feet as well, mate? With no diving in, They just defended properly. You know what I mean?
No,
I
yeah,
wasn't
defended
thinking-
properly, defended well from corners. Emerson's really good in the air, in fairness to him. He can jump for a header. And he's
he
quite
can-
physical, isn't he? He can be quite physical. And
Absolutely.
he's quite, I think because he's quite tall, he fell over, he got shrugged off the ball yesterday, didn't he? And then he fell over and he put his leg straight out and won the ball and stopped the counter attack for Arsenal, which I thought, fair play to the guy.
Absolutely.
Darcy said Emerson and Cess have looked good the last few games, but I think if you can get better players or better backups, then Doherty and Reg to push them to play better.
Yeah, absolutely, does. If we can get better, we can get better in and better quality that fits Conte's system. Yeah, I wouldn't be. I'll take that all day long.
Ugly Duckling.
Yeah.
Raya.
100%.
Good player.
Very, very good player at Brighton. Very good player.
The only thing I would say is that he's only had one good season. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, one good season, and he's quite small as well, isn't it?
Can it be a flash in the pan? Can he be as good next? I don't know, but he looks a good player. Cess and Emerson, for me, both young and proven. Conte can work wonders with them.
There you go.
Michael said, coming off the subject, who should Chelsea start up front? I can't believe Lukaku has waited till the end of the season to start scoring. I think Lukaku, Havertz and Mount.
Oh, what? Against Liverpool, is it tomorrow, is it, Matt?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. I'd probably maybe go with that. Maybe Pulisic.
Yeah.
Pulisic has been scoring again. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to be mean, Michael, but not really too fast.
Actually, I'll go with that three there, Matt, really. That three there, Lukaku, Havertz and Mount.
Yeah, it's a good front three, that.
It is when it starts, when it actually things there, Matt, isn't it?
Yeah, Lukaku's looked quite good recently as well. He's looked brighter. Paul said Conte prefers the league anyway, so as long as we back him, then the future is bright, top 4 or not.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. I can see where you're coming from there, matey. 100%. Champions League only gives you an extra 37 million. I thought it was more than that.
Yeah.
So it's not that mega, is it, Matt? It's just all the TV revenue you'll get from that.
And it's just been able to go to most.
But do we need? I'm not being disrespectful or nothing like that, Matt. Do we need it? Massive stadium now. It's we're getting nil and £4 crowns every game. Money rolling in.
I mean, the Europa League isn't too far off it. The quality this season in the Europa League has been fantastic.
Yeah, and I think the Super League thing will come again. I really do. I think that'll definitely happen in years to come. That.
Carl says, of course we'll win the Champions League next season. You haven't seen the 8 world-class players coming in the summer.
Carl, I wouldn't say that many players will come through the door, but I can see at least 4 or 5 really decent players.
That's what he wants. He said 3 to 5, didn't he? I think that's doable.
Yeah.
We've done it before.
Absolutely.
And then just sell some players as well.
Yeah.
Michael said, no Fabinho, that's a big loss for Liverpool. And Kovacic and Kante training, so that's good. I just hope Tuchel don't put Kepa in goal for penalties, lol.
Fabinho, massive.
Yeah, it is massive. Simon said, I'd like Champions League, but until we are back at the standard of competing for titles, I won't be happy. Just top 4 is no longer enough to excite me and sate my appetite. Not enough to cane either.
Yeah, I think it's got to start winning trophies. If someone said, would you sacrifice a top 4 finish and over a winning trophy? Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, winning trophies, I mean, means everything, can it? And if you are a team that is winning trophies every season, that's who top players want to come to as well. They want to come to teams who win trophies, not just keep getting top 4 and not competing in top 4. You know what I mean? Getting in the Champions League, and not just goes back into Europa League and then they go again. It's like a cycle. oh yes, we'll be happy with top 4 again. Don't get me wrong, I'm more than happy to finish in top 4, but it won't be the end of the world. I mean, if we don't.
Darcy said, I hope Son wins the Golden Boot. One of the commentators mentioned he's underrated, and I think Golden Boot would help cement his legacy as a top Premier League player.
Absolutely, and there's no penalties in that either. 21 goals, no penalties. Salah, 22 goals, probably 5 or 6 penalties there, Matt?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a dig. That's not a dig at Salah. You know what I mean?
No, of course not. You've still got to score the pen, haven't you?
Yeah.
Carl says, he agrees with you, Simon. Top 4 cannot be our target. It needs to be winning the league and trophies.
Yeah, absolutely, Cole. I mean, I like Champions League. I like getting back into it, and it's good to hear that sound at the ground. You know what I mean? And if you're in the Champions League, you've got to compete in it. You want to compete. You don't want to be in there just to make numbers up. What's the point of being keep doing it? You know what I mean? And I think until we do, I think there was a comment there. Until we do get an actual team who can compete with these top teams, you know what I mean? Then I'll take them sort of things seriously. You know what I mean? But let's take one thing at a time, Matt. I mean, let's see what Conte can bring. What the club can bring for Conte. You know what I mean? Let's hope they can back him.
Paul said, I would go Hasselbank, Flo, and Zola.
Do you know what? Back in the day, mate, wowzers. That was a wowzers. Oh. Jesus. Yeah. Do you want 200 Flo in it, Matt? 200 Flo.
Yeah, he's good. Good player. Michael says, Conte, in my opinion, deserves a Champions League trophy. He is a very passionate manager.
Yeah, absolutely. But do you know what, Matt? Mike? Not even like next season, if Spurs do go out and buy 5 or 6 worldies, you know what I mean? I don't think we can just go and win the Champions League or something like that next season. Do you know what I mean?
I think we're too far beyond that at the moment.
But funny things have happened in football. So that's why who said Tottenham will get to a Champions League final? I thought I'll never see that in my time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So anything can happen. All you need is a bit of lady luck, and we had that in that time. You know what I mean? So yeah, absolutely.
Carl says the Europa League was getting a little worrying watching West Ham keep getting through.
I know, but fair play to West Ham. They play some great stuff in Europa League this year, and yeah, fair play to West Ham. I'm lucky to go out to. Do you know what? A Frankfurt side of they're 11th in the league.
I think with West Ham didn't get a red, they might have had a chance.
I fancy next Wednesday. I do fancy Rangers all day long. Me personally.
Main thing is there'll be no bubbles in Seville, so that's all right.
Hey, there'll be no fucking bubbles in Seville. There'll be no fucking bubbles in Seville. There'll be no fucking bubbles.
No fucking bubbles. No fucking bubbles in
Seville. Sorry about West Ham fans. I just want to sing that. I find that quite funny.
Paul Gregory says, would you rather have prime Son or prime Raw Fox?
Oh, Raw Fox all day. Raw Fox all day. Raw Fox, you know what, right? Obviously you'll take some, but Raw Fox, mate, on the truth, Matt, he was good. I like Foxy. I mean, he wasn't world class, nothing like that, Matt, but he was good little flipping. He got the ball, and then he made things happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a name, Raw Fox.
Simon said, gone are the days of a solidified top 4. It's only going to change hands more as the years roll on, with the likes of Newcastle emerging with mega riches. Doesn't bother me missing top 4. Someone has to. Yeah.
I totally understand that, Simon. Totally understand that. And you are right. The likes of Newcastle now, will they finish in the top 4 next year or compete in the top 4? I don't think so.
No. I think if we get into the top 4, I think we can really build something, and we can maintain and keep building. We can be at Liverpool. I think we could get back to where Liverpool are now. I think we can try and bridge that gap.
I think we can under Conte, and
Yeah, under
Conte wants it
Conte,
now.
yeah.
And that's one thing with Conte. He wants it now. He doesn't want to wait 2, 3, and he wants the players. And it does sound like Matt as well. He wants ready-made players now in the summer that he can kick on. So that's what really excites me for the summer.
Paul says, I'm a passionate husband. Doesn't mean I deserve a catwalk model wife. He's also said, Simon said, in this league, you could win the title one season or come close and then scrape top 4 by the skin of your teeth. The next, Liverpool are a prime example of that.
Well, just Simon, just look at Leicester.
Yeah.
It's a prime example. You want a prime example, just look at Leicester.
Yeah.
Nobody's just falling apart.
Michael said, don't let Robbie hear you say that. He will get the hump, lol.
Yeah, I know, yeah. My cousin Rob, he's a West Ham fan. Mike, seriously, Rob will probably he'll be laughing about it. He'll probably say, you fucking spuds. That's what he calls them. The fucking spuds.
Paul said, prime Kane or prime Armstrong.
Chris Armstrong, fuck me. Do you know what? He wasn't as bad as what people put him out to be, Chris Armstrong. They're putting some people put him as one of the worst strikers we've had. I don't think it's one of the worst strikers we've had, Matt, is it?
Soldado was pretty bad.
Oh, fucking hell, Matt.
Janssen might have been worse.
Oh, fucking, he was worse. At least Soldado got a few goals.
Yeah.
Carl
said, Fox's low centre of gravity when he ran at players, it was always good to see.
It was, Cole. It was brilliant. Absolutely, you're right there. He's such a small lad. I've seen him in real life. Very small. Wowzers, but top lad. Top lad he was.
Michael said, and come on Chelsea women on Sunday. Love watching them play, and best woman striker in the world, Sam Kerr. And good luck to my pal sister Chloe Kelly. She is an awesome player.
Right. Well
Good
done.
luck.
Good luck to Chelsea. Carl
says, if you bring the right players in, you can win the league.
Yeah, it goes to show you can like go from a season where finishing 5th or things like that, nowhere near winning trophies or touching Liverpool's and the cities, and going on to be a real good summer.
Yeah,
with getting the players in who are ready made, click very quick, and you go on and win the league. It can be done. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, Cole.
Paul said, prime Lloris or prime Walker.
Oh, that's a toughie, isn't it, Matt? That's a toughie. That
Ian Walker. God.
Oh, Jesus. I have to think about that, Paul, and come back to you on the next stream, that one.
And that's all the comments, mate.
That's all the comments. So, Matty, before we go, Matty, the pressure now, Matt. Who is it on? Do you really think it's still pressure on us? Or do you think, do you know what, it's Arsenal's got the pressure? No. They're a point ahead.
Whoever's ahead in the table, the pressure's on them. They've got to maintain, their points tally. All we can do is put the pressure on.
Yeah, absolutely.
All we do is put the pressure on. Whoever's in front, they're the ones who are in charge of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think, Matt, all we need to do, as you said, just beat Burnley. Pressure's on Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I still say, Matt, we've got no pressure. We've got no pressure whatsoever. We're not in the driving seat for 4th plot. Arsenal are. I mean, so it's down. It's over to them, mate. It's over to them. I mean, and let's see if they can really, really handle the pressure when we do. Hopefully beat Burnley, and let's see what they do. So Matt, man of the match, who'd you give it to?
I'll give it to Harry Kane. I thought he led the line well. I thought he was like the captain of the night. He stopped Son getting in trouble. He was winning the ball. He was playing balls in behind. He was running the channels. He was, holding the ball up well. His passion was second to none. He's back, baby, Harry Kane.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what, Matt? There's a couple of good players, a couple of good performances in there, but
Oh, there's a few, yeah.
I think Ben's goal was great last night.
Yeah.
He's had a couple of games of being quiet, mate, be off the boil. But I think last night was really good. He controlled that midfield. When he got on the ball, he looked silky. Pierre, he looked back on it, Matt. After where we have gave him some stick, Matt. We have called him out. But he probably listened to his channel, Matt. You never know. He said, you know what, I'm going to go out there and but I think he was great last night. I think still in that midfield, he had the passion, Matt, in it last night. Well, I think Davinson Sanchez, mate, was my man of the match.
Yeah, he was good. He was probably my second in my sort of head.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Harry Kane was overall performance, and the way I said he was the captain on the pitch. You know what I mean, Matt?
Lloris had a good game, didn't he?
Lloris
Commanded his box well.
You know what? That's the first time in ages I've seen him command that box. So okay, there was one where he come for the ball, he fumbled it,
didn't he?
Dropped it a bit, yeah. But that's the only one.
Yeah.
But I think he did. I think that was
because there were sometimes they were coming for corners and crosses were coming in, and he jumped up and just caught the ball, and the pressure was just just held it down, and then the crowd just were lifted, weren't they? So no, he did well.
So I think Davinson Sanchez, with the massive pressure with him, with Romero out, and he coming in very late on, and he must have been saying, do you know what? I need to perform tonight. This is a mass game. It's a huge game, Matt. He comes in and he absolutely, I think everything went right for him. You know what I mean? He defended well. He was a beast, Matt. He did. Do you know what, Matt? He seems like a player who's he's listening. He's listening to Conte. He doesn't dive in as much now.
Maybe had a point to prove as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe that's him going, I want to stay here next season.
Absolutely. So I think there was. I said there was some really good performances. I think the whole team was really good. You know what I mean, Matt? But I think Davinson Sanchez with just the pressure, Matt. That's why because the pressure starting that game.
It wasn't easy. I do get it. Yeah.
And Matt, really, how far do you think Tottenham present team now over Arsenal's present team? Are we miles ahead, or do you think no, not miles ahead? But do you reckon we are still ahead of Arsenal in North London?
Yeah, I do. I've told you this before. I don't think they're a very good team. I think they've been lucky most of the season. I think the last 3 or 4 games they've just about scraped through. Luckily, they haven't played brilliantly. Leeds were unlucky, probably not to even get. That was them down to 10 men, and they nearly screwed it up. I wasn't too concerned with Arsenal. I said no one scares me. Nketiah. Well, I'm not being funny. He really didn't do much, did he? Apparently, he's this world-class new striker for Arsenal. Well, he didn't do anything last night, did he?
No.
I like Martinelli. I think he's a good player. Saka, he's good, but he's completely gone off the boil recently and looks a bit knackered and unfit. I just don't think they're a very good team, mate. But that's not me being nasty. I think they've got an average manager. And
you're speaking the truth there, Matty. And I think that just goes to show that's the mentality of the board, giving Arteta a new contract before the season ends.
I think it goes to show how poor the top 4 race has been if Arsenal get it.
But if they did, I won't be no bad egg about it. You know what I mean? I'll be the better man. But if we do get it, Matt, and Arsenal miss out, how massive egg on your face from the Arsenal board will be. You know what I mean?
I reckon there'll be calls for his head from the fans, to be honest. Because it will have been 4 years now. He's been there. Spent a lot of money. Sold their best striker, Aubameyang, on a free. None of it's sort of made sense to me. But the longer he stays there, the better.
Right, Matt. Any more comments before we go, Matt?
Most people are saying pressure is on Arsenal, not us. They have to stop themselves from choking.
Mm.
Michael said pressure is got the pressure. Don't they? I think he said Arsenal got the pressure. Don't they play Newcastle and Everton? That's tough. Yeah, that's right,
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
Carl said, I truly believe we will go into the Norwich game ahead and just need to win for fourth. Brian said, what we do want is Everton still needing a point on the final day.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Carl said, we are well ahead. Don't hold back, Simon. You named their best players, nowhere near ours. Martinelli or Son, or how about Saka or Decky? Or Partey or Bentancur. There are levels and ours is higher.
Do you know what? When some of the Arsenal fans are saying Martinelli over Son, I said,
that is a laugh and a half.
Oh, Jesus Christ. 21 goals and 8 assists this season. And you want Martinelli? How many goals this guy got? What, 4 or 5?
He definitely scored more.
Jesus. What a joke. What a joke, Matt. But yeah, Cole. And for the rest of the guys in the chat, it's been great. It's been good for an hour and a half here. Me and Matt, I think we covered most of it, Matt, innit?
Yeah, mate.
Covered most of the game. We like Conte after the game. I think he was when he said about was it? He said what did he say about Arteta saying about?
He said he should stop like complaining so much and just get on with sort of thing.
And he said he doesn't lie and all that. I think
he said funny how he complains all the time, but he called the game off in January or whenever they called it off.
Absolutely,
mate. They got karma. What happened to them last night? I believe in karma, and I think that did happen last night.
Absolutely. And any other comments before we go, Matt?
Ben B said, "Go on, Simon Powell. How you doing?"
Yes, Ben B. I'm doing good. We're doing good. I hope you're well, pal, and your little ones getting there, matey. So I'll see you soon, Ben. Cheers, nice one, pal. And anyone else, matey?
Carl's just said, "Great show, guys. We'll come on next time. The wife wouldn't go to bed."
Not a problem, Carl. Not a problem, matey. You're always in the chat, mate, and support the channel. Brilliant.
Paul said, "No, love you guys. No,
we love
Paul.
You too.
We love
Go
you
on,
too,
Paul.
mate.
Go on, lad."
And then Ben's come back and he said, "Yeah, all good. Cheers, mate." And he says, "Good night."
Yeah.
Night, Ben. Nice to chat to you.
Yeah, nice one, Ben. Good night, matey. And we'll chat soon. As I said, guys, thanks for everyone who's in the comment section. Smash the like, subscribe if you already haven't. And as I said, hey, we put Arsenal back where they was. You know what I mean? They may be a point ahead of us, but the two teams are miles apart. You know what I mean? So we know who's got the class and who hasn't. So thanks from Premier Hotspur TV. I've been Simon. This has been co-host Matt. So we will see you. We will do something after the Burnley game, Matt. So if anyone missed Turf, we was on Turf Moor House TV earlier with Dan, the Burnley fan. Go over to that and go and watch that because it was brilliant. We love being on there. That was brilliant. Dan's top guy. And he's on nearly 500 subs. So get over there. And it doesn't matter. You have to be a Burnley fan. I'm like, go on, Spurs fans, get over there and get him over 500, which will be great. And we'll be back after the Burnley game in the evening for doing a post-match fans calling. So as I said, good night, God bless, guys, and we'll see you soon. And do you know what, Matt? We won't play that one. We'll play. We like playing this one, isn't it, Matt? We like playing now this little video here. So good night, God bless. And Conte was a masterclass. Good night. God bless, guys. And we'll see you again.